Today we're going to be talking about conspiracy theories.
Balls in my jaws.
Do you think the moon landing was fake?
Yes,
How so?
it just was. Because how do you get to the moon? Like, how do you even know where it's located and how far up it is? Like,
Okay, that's dumb as fuck. That's not a good reason why to think the moon landing was fake, because we have rocket ships. We have... do you not see half the shit that we...
do you think it's fake?
We'll see by the end of this, okay?
Okay.
But, and if you go on Google, you know how far the moon is. You can literally look up how many
But
miles,
how?
many feet,
How do we know that? How do we know if that's true?
by measuring shit.
They haven't measured that long?
Yes, it's fucking NASA. I was watching the moon landing video, and it said, like, if it didn't say anything, but like, you could see that the flag was moving, but there's no air in space, and the moon doesn't have that much of an atmosphere. That's why there's barely any gravitation. The flag was moving with no air.
It's called a green screen and a fan.
That's not what it's called, because we're on a completely different thing right now. Anyways, so, and then if you look, you can see little pieces of, like, stage equipment, like a microphone, next to the astronauts in the video, and there's no stars in the sky, and you can actually see a reflection of a microphone in one of the helmets of the astronauts.
Yeah, they did themselves dirty.
And, yeah, and if you look in the background, it looks entirely fake. Like, if you zoom in, you can see, like, little lines.
Like crosses, kind of.
No, that's from the camera. Like, it's a grid, so they get the right shot. But like, look, like we're looking at a picture right now. If you look, you can see like little lines, and it looks like a backdrop.
That right there looks so fake.
And like the lighting is like super weird.
And there's no stars, none.
Yeah, no stars whatsoever, and it's just one big mountain
the
behind them
wind's, like,
in the picture that we're looking at.
moving.
But yeah. So, I think the moon landing was staged.
Agreed.
Okay, so I just saw this one. Earth has been sucked into a black hole. This would be kind of cool if it was true, but also kind of scary, because that would mean we're living in a fucking black hole.
If we lived in a black hole, like, how would we even, like, do stuff? Like, how do we even see the other planets?
Space is scary because in a black hole, you don't know what's on the other side.
Yeah.
There can be an entirely different universe.
Yeah,
We don't know.
Aliens.
Like, imagine, like, black holes are like cameras watching
Everyone?
watching our universe. And I saw this TikTok where it's like the universe is expanding, but there's only so much where it can expand. Like, space is just crazy. Like, I can't I can't comprehend where is it expanding.
Okay.
I preferably don't think Earth has been sucked into a black hole, because I believe in the multiverse theory. Like, there's multiple universes, and there's infinite possibilities, and it just doesn't end.
I completely agree. I also don't believe that we're sucked into a black hole.
I saw this one girl, she was talking about this conspiracy theory, or like, yeah, conspiracy theory or hypothesis that these two guys came up with, where if there's no way the world hasn't ended over the billions and trillions of, I don't know if it's trillions, like billions of years that has existed. There's no way that we are this special, that an asteroid has not come for us yet. They think that, like, every time the world ends, it's like a reboot. Like, we don't remember it. So the world could have just ended like 5 minutes ago, and we wouldn't have known.
That it ended?
Yeah, because like we would have like forgotten, and that's what deja vu is. People think that they created Frozen as a distraction because they froze Disney. If you search it up, Disney Frozen, then all that's gonna come up is the movies.
That's weird.
Yeah, but it says here his family refuses the claim. There's like really strange paintings on the wall in the Denver airport, and there's like this blue horse up front statue, and it has like
Colorado, Denver?
yeah, and it has like red eyes, and there's like people say there's like underground tunnels underneath there, so people are saying that it's the Illuminati headquarters.
Imagine if it was, though, because I've been there before, and it's really big, and they do have buses underneath.
Yeah, like, have you seen, like, some of the stuff that's on the walls?
I saw like a few paintings, but I didn't see.
Yeah, some of them, they say if you, like, pay attention to them, you can find, like, certain symbols and meanings inside the paintings. And apparently it's just, like, super creepy.
Yeah, and not even just that, like the downstairs area of the Denver airport is really big. And there's a bunch of tunnels and you do not know where you're going, like at all.
Yeah, so people think it's for the Illuminati. And I personally believe.
I agree.
In 2014, scientists released this new unknown findings about the Earth's core. After learning that we don't know that much about the surface of the Earth or what lies in its layers, the hollow Earth theory gained traction. Some believers even think there's an Earth inside of Earth. I remember hearing about this one. Oh my gosh, yes, that clicked.
Was that in 6th grade?
So some people think that there's an Earth inside the Earth.
Yeah.
Because, like, a couple years ago, I remember listening to this one because it was on some stupid conspiracy theory thing that I was watching because I used to be obsessed with those. And you could hear, like, these construction workers were drilling into the earth to find some resource or something. It was like oil or something. And you could hear screams coming from out inside of the earth. Like, they were, like, a couple miles into the earth, and you could hear screaming.
So do you think they, like, were dying in there?
No, not the construction. Like, the construction workers heard it from inside of the earth.
I know. What I'm saying is, what if the Earth isn't the Earth down there? What if it's something else? And it's just inside of our Earth.
Some people think it's hell.
It could be.
But I am not a part of Christianity. But yeah.
I don't know, really. I mean, it could really be anything. Because if they're hearing that, then obviously there is someone down there.
And some psychologists said it was a mass hallucination, which those are actually a thing where everybody can hallucinate the same exact thing at one time. But yeah.
That's really creepy. If they did hear screams, though, I don't know. Like, I honestly...
There's a video of it, too.
Yeah, since they heard screams, I don't know. What if down there is just, like, they're being trapped? Like, what if someone got... I remember my dad telling me something about some, like, stuff in the world, or, like, an Earth inside our Earth. I remember he was talking to me, and he loves conspiracy theories, so he's pretty smart about them.
So do I.
And I ship, no, I'm just like... Okay, no, so, basically, apparently this guy found, like, there's a circle, right? And he flew in it. Do you remember anyone ever talking about that?
Yes.
And he never came out.
I remember that.
And when he he did. And when he did come out, he didn't remember any of it.
That's kind of scary. I believe in Bigfoot.
I do too. There's been sightings multiple times. I used to be a big fan, you know.
I know. My dad used to watch the Bigfoot show. So, like, nobody's allowed in Antarctica unless they're heavily supervised. Antarctica has a population of 0.
Yeah, I honestly think that there is something going on in there.
And there's like a huge peace treaty about it. And there's like nobody's allowed to own Antarctica.
No, yeah, no one. And I really, really think that there is something in there that the government's not telling us.
Yep, like maybe the entrance to the hole into the earth, to the other earth.
Yeah, honestly, probably. I wouldn't doubt it. Or maybe they hold captive people there, like if you're really bad or whatever, and like.
No, they got prisons for that. We're all living in the Matrix. I believe in the multiverse theory, so I don't really believe that we're living in the Matrix. But yeah.
I don't know.
But sometimes I do feel like I'm being played by I'm a video game character sometimes, and it's kind of scary.
I feel like that a lot, but it's not really like that, like, I'm a video game. I really just feel like sometimes I'm, like, walking or something, and I just feel like someone's, like, always constantly, like, doing stuff in my head.
Yeah. But that may be mental illness. The moon isn't real. What the fuck?
That's such crap. We literally see it every day.
I believe the moon is real.
It wasn't the Titanic.
It was the Olympic or something?
Yeah, it was the Olympic. It wasn't the Titanic. They just painted it
because
that guy, like, sabotaged some shit or something.
Yeah, the Titanic was actually unsinkable. I forgot what it's called. I don't think it's called the Olympic.
It is. It's called the Olympic, and they painted the Titanic inside.
So yeah, I think the Titanic didn't actually sink. I think it was the Olympic, and the Titanic is like disguised as the Olympic or like another ship.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Because everyone was talking about, it was all the buzz, all the rage that it was unsinkable. Also, if you
what's the Olympic?
these two guys said, let's take the shortcut. Let's do like I watched the movie and I fucking teared up. Like it was fucking sad. But yeah, they like headed straight for the iceberg on purpose. Do you believe in zombies?
I don't believe in zombies, but I do believe in cannibalism.
Well, obviously cannibalism is a thing. Everybody Jeffrey Dahmer.
Sort of, but I don't think they can.
Do you know zombies are actually real? There is a brain-eating bacteria that like makes like they happens to ants a lot. Like this brain-eating bacteria gets in the ants' brains or nervous system. I think it's the nervous system. It gets into the ant's nervous system and it just like makes it do whatever it wants.
Okay, what about aliens? Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah. Like there's no way. I've been wanting to talk about this for so long. There's no way. Our species is so special. Like I've already said this a lot. Like there's no way we're this special that we are the only ones in the entire universe or even in the Milky Way galaxy.
And also there was also a UFO sighting, but the thing is some of those are from the government, some of the UFOs. They're not all aliens.
I know. But there's this guy was flying a military jet, okay? Military. So he wouldn't know if something was going on. It was being recorded, obviously.
Yeah.
And they saw this thing flying at impossible speeds. Like the fastest thing ever captured that was being able to fly.
And also,
it was flying on unhuman speeds.
And also Area 51. Why are they not letting us go in there?
Because it's a government base.
Yeah.
Duh.
So what's in there?
We're not allowed to roam in the White House.
I mean, unless you're invited. But we're poor, so, you know.
Yeah. You're not allowed to, like, just walk into the White House, are you?
Amelia Earhart was eaten by crabs.
I believe that.
Well, yeah, after she died.
Yeah, she obviously crashed her plane and on a beach, and the crabs were like... Because crabs actually do eat humans. They eat anything. Queen Elizabeth I was a man. Some believe that Queen Elizabeth died as a child, and to prevent the end of the royal line, it was replaced with a young boy. This theory is said to explain why the ruler remained chaste, which was basically like a virgin, throughout her reign.
Imagine?
Yeah, because she was a virgin the entire time.
Her whole life?
Her whole life. She never had sex.
That wasn't a woman.
The abominable snowman lives in Asia. I believe in the abominable snowman.
I don't believe he lives in Asia.
Asia's fucking humongous. It has snow. It has all the fucking elements. India is literally a part of Asia.
What if they're keeping him in Antarctica?
There's a giant active volcano under Yellowstone in Wyoming, and if it erupts, it could wipe out the entire U.S. So apparently this conspiracy theory part is conspiracists believe that the government knows when the eruption will happen. I don't think that's true, but this is an entirely true thing. Like, there is a volcano under Yellowstone, and it is past due eruption, because it is still an active volcano. It is past due the eruption, like by a couple hundred years. It could erupt at any minute, and it could wipe out the entire U.S. And we are in the ash zone, so we're screwed.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I feel like the government controls a lot more than we know that they can control.
Our society
live in a society
is built on trust, and nobody trusts anybody anymore. So this is what leads to conspiracy theories. But some of them are actually true.